Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate, make it happy. May you have a great holiday with your family and friends. We celebrate the birth of Jesus, the way shower. I won't go into the debate on the accuracy of this date. I'll simply wish you a Merry Christmas or a Happy Hanukkah or whatever else you may celebrate. I think one of the best ways we can honor Jesus is to do as he did. We all know the biblical stories about Jesus. He went around healing, teaching, and doing miracles. Take the opportunity this season to be a healing presence, to teach and to learn, and to do a few miracles along the way. Jesus said, "The things that I have done ye also shall do, and greater than these shall you do." This promise is made not just to the apostles, but to all of us. How is it possible that we could do greater things than these? As Willa Cather tells us, and death comes to the archbishop, where there is great love, there are always miracles. I can attest to that from personal experience. Miracles occur when we expect a miracle. A miracle has been described as a surprising and welcome, highly improbable or extraordinary event, development, or accomplishment that brings very welcome consequences. But what if everything's a miracle? As A Course in Miracles tells us, miracles are natural. If they are not occurring, something has gone wrong. Hans Christian Andersen wrote, "The whole world is a series of miracles, but we're so used to them we call them ordinary things." Oscar Hammerstein II told us 100 million miracles are happening every day. I've had miracles show up in my life lately. I've had good and beneficial things appear, seemingly out of nowhere, just when I needed them. I've had challenging situations fixed at much less cost than I anticipated. I've been able to take care of some things I needed to handle. I'm blessed and I'm grateful. And I also understand that these things happen when we expect them. Expecting miracles produces miracles. What are the miracles occurring in your life today? What miracles have occurred in your life recently? Be aware of them and be thankful that miracles really are all around us. You may remember the story of young Annabelle Beam, they called her Anna, who had an incurable condition called a pseudo-obstruction motility disorder for years. She was unable to eat. She used feeding tubes for nutrition. When Annabelle was 12, she fell into a hollow tree on the family's property, the equivalent of a 3-story fall. It took hours, 3 hours, to pull her out. When she was rescued, she was rushed to the hospital, and suddenly her incurable condition was gone, disappeared, vanished. The doctors called it spontaneous remission. That's the medical term for what they can't otherwise explain. Hollywood made a movie about it starring Jennifer Garner called Miracles from Heaven. And that's what it was, a miracle. And if it can happen to Anna, it can happen to you. Invite the miracle, believe in it, and it shows up. The simple, quiet faith that all is well is self-fulfilling. It's an attitude that can eliminate the incurable, that can change any condition. So know with Julian of Norwich that all is well, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. As Ernest Holmes said, you are surrounded by universal mind, which is receptive. It receives the slightest impress of your thought. It is neutral. It receives any thought. Did you ever stop to consider the wind will sail a boat whichever way you set the rudder and tack? All mind is receptive, ready to act when acted upon. It is creative. It creates whatever it wants to. It is absolutely impersonal. Instead of praying for miracles, however, and we should do that, we can and should attract miracles. Prayer is part of that. Be a miracle magnet. Experience them. Expect them. Do miracles. Be the miracle. Because the world needs all the good you can do, and that good is transformative. Consider this talk you're watching. I'm just sitting here in my home office talking to a camera. I'm able to post this, and people all over the world can access it when I'm delivering it and at any time after that. Always have faith. Jesus told us that faith the size of a mustard seed can move mountains. How do we do it? By doing what we do. We state our good. We take action. We experience our good. As Emma Curtis Hopkins reminds us, there is good for me and I ought to have it. And be aware of the good around you. So many who barely touch our lives are miracles waiting to happen. Can you help it happen? One of the greatest miracles is forgiveness. As Rune Lazuli said, want to perform a miracle? Forgive yourself. Can you do that? When you do, performing ordinary, everyday miracles becomes easier. And that's your job. To be a miracle for yourself and for the world. To share your talents, your love, your passion. To bring forth your good and share it. That is a miracle that is yours to do. That is how you do greater things than these.